Let's do flag allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam President, you call the roll, please.
Council President Rector Height,
Here.
Council Vice President Mike Wolski,
Here.
Council Member Joe Seeker, Council Member Ed Loud,
Here.
Council Member Anna P. Here.
All right, consent agenda, I know I had a couple of questions. I think Anna is gonna roll all. I know Anna had a few questions also.
I was just wondering about the amount for the Exos, the monthly billing for Exos. I don't know why, I was thinking it was like 13,000 or 14,000 and 17,000.
Yes, the 13,000 is correct for their basis services. This includes like some of the equipment that we've bought and some of the software licensing and some of those other things too. It's on the itemized invoice that way. If you look at it, it's broken down.
We also had a credit for a while last year for several months, just for the rocky start that we had at the beginning. So we worked out a credit with them that they were giving us over a period of 6 months or whatever. So that's run out. So it was a little bit less for
Yeah.
Okay. So how it's supposed to be without any extras?
Without the licensing and stuff, it is like around that $13,000. And this has the broken out, we include licensing invoice.
Okay.
So it's a lot of the network rebuild and stuff, and that quote had the licensing for the software and things, so it's broken. Yeah, some of the printing stuff for the police, it's mostly all licensing and stuff for network rebuilding.
Okay.
Broken out the statement. So.
Yeah, I noticed on Centos, there was like 6 or 7 invoices there for that. Did they catch some invoices up? Looked like the numbers were the same and everything, or why do we have so many all at once? They were identical numbers.
Yeah, there was a batch of multiple dates on there that they were catching up. So
Okay.
you're exactly right on.
Night call. Your question,
Pretty much.
I was just wondering, but yeah, just it's odd to see that many on one batch.
Yeah, this combination of them batching stuff every once in a while, and I feel like you have a new Centos rep every like 3 to 6 months too. The person we send out changes very routinely. Centos.
That's, but one of their VPs was actually our main for the work at the whole state, yeah, it keeps splitting the class last semester's coming in.
Go talk to them about it.
I will say. The VP of motivation or something. Okay, looks like we have a board and commission appointment this evening. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess we should do that, shouldn't we? Do I have a motion on the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll say. Thank you. I got a first and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? 4-0. It's happy to have it. Boards and commission appointments. I guess we have some one this evening, and Anna brought another good point to make sure that the balance is in place. I know this person, has declared as Republican, so, Christine said she looked it up, and it looks like that's correct, that they are. I reviewed the resume and the application, so fellow counselors have any questions? Is this one, the president's appointment or council?
I don't have that.
Maybe it's not council.
Council. Okay, I'll entertain a motion. Motion that they approve.
Oh. Okay.
I'll look at your name, it looks like Susan Gear Chair, Dickerson. All right, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, 4-0. All right, citizen comments. Man, you have any comments? You seem the only citizen. All right, you sure? All right. Staff reports, chief.
Our new guy starting Monday officially, I think I mentioned that last meeting. Both captains and myself will be out for a couple days next week. We have the Indiana Chiefs Association conference downtown, so we'll be out all day on Tuesday and Wednesday, probably. Definitely will not be down there on Thursday, because we actually have set up. I have the crime stats placed in your packs this week. If you have any questions about those, I'll be happy to answer them. I know the numbers are definitely different than they were for 2024, so.
Things that either remained about the same in most categories or went slightly down,
Yeah.
except for thefts. Do we have a particular location that's driving this?
I'm sorry, what part that's dry, I mean, Meyer's still doing Meyer things, you know?
Right, I'm sure they were built into previous years too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's jumped. From mid-twos, 262 up to 332. I mean, that's about, my master right, 70% increase, or 70 increase. 70.
so what has happened is they've got a loss prevention person back in their regular.
So they
that
have
is
apprehensions.
Yes,
Makes sense.
yes,
That's what I was wondering why the driver was there. Everything else is pretty well either stable or down.
yeah, and they did have someone there, but you have a more aggressive person working now, so.
Gotcha. What's that detective captain doing? In his case, we got 112 last year. It's almost like catch a tea time in the afternoon.
He wishes he was, he's got a lot of administrative stuff that he's just thrilled about having to do, And- as far as we know, yes, I mean, after it leaves us, we can't do anything
They don't
about
have
it.
final charges.
But we don't know how Marion County is going from there. We do have several monumental, anniversaries this year as far as officers. We've got a 5-year, a 10-year, 20, 2 15s, and a big 35 coming up this year, so we're gonna do something for all of them this year. Don't know, right, yep, Roger's the 35.
35.
Yeah. Davidson is the 20, and then 2 captains are 15s. And then Officer Doing's the 10, and then Sergeant Gilbert Wagner he's the 5-year, so time is passing really fast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions for chief crime staff, or other things going around town? I was happy to see robberies down by that half,
So are we,
well, for last year,
yeah,
and burglaries were almost down by half.
Yeah. just the homicides, which, you know,
I mean, you had one that had 2 at the same scene, didn't you?
yeah, and 2 of them were actually, yeah, so,
I don't feel like an investigation, you wouldn't know what you
yeah,
said.
I had to stop.
That's why I kind of looked up, but it's still like investigations.
Yeah, but, so, yeah.
All right, thanks, chief. Mr. Lips, thank you, Mr. Lips. What you got, Ian?
Most of my time the past couple of weeks has been spent legislatively, which we'll talk about after the work session. But we are working on insurance renewals with Don Brown, which is here for property casualty side. We had a meeting with all of the department heads and staff. Chief, everybody that oversees kind of our capital assets to kind of go through and see what's on there, what's not on there, and updating those registers. We're really in pretty good shape. We want to make sure some of our equipment's on there, and we're also looking at what's officially built out, like in the wastewater projects, and it's still to come, still all technically under Bowman's insurance till the project closes out. Things close out probably in the fall, so scheduled and ready to go and have the insurance companies aware of that going on. We also talked about a little bit before the meeting, but it does look like potentially a bad winter storm going to be taking place over the weekend. Our meteorologist saying, could be in 5 to 8 inch range for us here. But I'm not sure. There's a little bit of weird energy going, but most of the models are showing speed in that 5 to 8 inch range. And there's potential for additional weather coming up next week. That's less sure. We probably see watches go into effect over the next 2 days for that weekend storm, but our guys are ready for it.
But it's already go.
And equipment is ready, the beet juice is ready. It's awesome.
Yeah, that works. Does it have a temperature deal like a lot of the salts they put in? I mean, I've heard this week they've been talking in single digits, they make so.
Yeah, the regular rock salt starts around like 20 to 15 degrees, treated rock salt goes down to about 13, treated rock salt with beet juice can go down to -30.
Oh, wow, okay.
And our setup, we have the treated rock salt with a sprayer that sprays the brine beet juice mixture down with the rock salt. It makes those acid feeds. So
Interesting.
you get that in service this weekend, just like these.
Sounds good, thank you, sir. Anything else?
That's it for now. Unless you guys have specific questions for the board.
May I have a specific question, Ben? No. Okay. CCMG road servicing bid, openings, it looks like that, it will have a stack on the road. How many bids do we get?
7.
That's pretty good.
You can start.
The first one is DC Construction. Their total bid is $300,656.80. Next is EMB Paving LLC. $327,984.53. Midwest Paving. $382,376.40. Yep. Howard Companies. $322,730.35. Calumet. $324,000 even. Grady Brothers. $357,834.90. And Baumgartner. $293,782.30.
You repeat that again?
$293,782.30.
Really, I think below 300 on that.
That's correct.
There were several between 320 and 330, look like.
Yeah. Those are pretty close. So, as I said, Bob Gardner appears to be the low bidder. Recommend you guys take that under advisement so we can ensure their packets are complete with everything that they're required to submit in the bid and now where that.
How much now is this, most of this just a resurface is what we're doing, take that top coat off?
Yeah, these are exclusively, known for, it's like full patching, there's no reconstruction projects in there, so. There's 80 curb ramps for sidewalks and things like that. No reconstruction, and that's why I'd say it's relatively, light cost bit of.
How many miles of surface would we know?
I don't have that number directly, I know we talked about that, whenever I presented it, but I don't have it readily.
Curiosity, maybe. Okay, great, proceed. All right, new business, introduction to ordinance 2026-01, this is.
Yes, in your packet, you have an introduction to an ordinance to establish a compost sale policy. We've been reached out to by, different businesses asking if they could, purchase compost from us, and we've never had it established, so we wanted to go ahead and establish one. I did some research, and these fees are exactly what everybody around us is charging, so we're different. For residents, it will still be free. If you have any other questions, I would have to answer.
Thanks, Caitlin. I know there's a couple of clerical, maybe call those. All right, consideration of resolution 2026-01, records disposal.
This is just our annual cleaning project. We went through, made a list of all the things that we're able to get rid of this year. We included, utility payment stubs. We only have to keep those for 6 years. We had been keeping them for 10 years, so everything the same, but since we're trying to clear out as much space as possible as we can back there, we're gonna, go ahead and get rid of, only keep what we are required to keep. Also, there's some payroll records that we're now able to get rid of, timesheets and just like the weekly payroll report, from back 2011 to 2015. So we had to have the annual reports in order to get rid of the monthly or the weekly reports. So I was able to secure all of those, which you have to go through base tax and finding the correct. So there's a lot we can get rid of there.
I should say at least on scheme, if you put it.
Yes, exactly. That's kind of what, like, I want to get rid of everything so we can see exactly what we need to keep. By the scan.
Okay, anybody have any questions? 2026-01. And Eric, on disposing of these, we have a regular shredding service, right?
We do, yeah. So we'll make an appointment with them to come out for like a special, we have a box that we put stuff in, but we'll have a lot more than what will fit in that box. So we'll just, schedule a, an extra with that.
Gotcha. Do you have any questions on 2026-01? This is an action item, too. Got a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 2026-01, records disposal.
I have a motion, a second, any additional discussion. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Ayes have it, 4-0. Ms. Erica, you're back on again, consideration of resolution 2026-02, surplus of property.
It's just more cleaning stuff. We cleaned out some cabinets and shelves and stuff back there, and we have 7 million, bookends and just various desk accessories that are not.
Rather than reuse them, so as well, Bob, more each time, I take it.
I think so, yeah, yeah, well, we used to use so many binders for everything, so I think,
So much more digital now, there's so much of stuff that's not been used in years.
Now, reading that, it looks like there's not enough value of it to like send it to a place to sell it. Wasn't supposed to just put it trash.
Yeah.
maybe Goodwill, I don't know,
Can we offer that to our town employees if they want it? Is there any kind of issue there with that?
I was kind of hoping to take home some of the
I'd say not really an issue because surplus them as excess property that's be disposed of. People can take what they want out of the trash, you know.
Okay, I don't want to create an issue with, but the same token, if we're gonna get rid of it, it's not with the value to sell it.
If it has value, we can auction it, but even with auctions, you're allowed to do a closed bid staff auction, things like that. But with it not having value worth sending to auction, people can ask stuff if they want.
Okay, I just trying to get rid of the toys.
I was kind of hoping that somebody would just come by my office and say, oh, I need that, that's for their desk.
Here you go.
Yeah,
There's not much in there that people are.
yeah, no, it's really just,
There's a lot of it. There's a lot of them. You gotta read a lot. So,
Zach, she might go to Smithsonian.
yeah, like everyone got to have a machine in their pocket.
Any other additional questions on this disposition request? The wall work.
yeah, I think it's background.
Might probably be another resolution to dispose of more at next meeting as well. Jackson and Mikey Jackson is inventory all of our equipment. Dispose, recycling, sell. So, all for-
I was gonna wait and do them all at once, but I'm gonna get off.
I don't want to get rid of the old records and stuff.
Yeah.
If there's no other questions, I'll take a motion.
Make the most, do good, separate, with. Take that, two, surplus.
I have a motion and a second, any additional discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? 4-0 ayes have it. It's no new business. Council comments.
Yeah. Last week I said, last meeting I said some, thanks, Todd. Wasn't very professional. I apologize for that. Then they ignored me, there's an inside joke that I realized. If you're not in on the joke, didn't sound very good. Then as an ignoring, and it's on top of things, that's very good.
Some days. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Jeff, look at 3 slaps and back all of it.
People get slapped. But, I just want to be on the record, Ben does a very good job, and I'm very happy that.
I appreciate it. Feel a little awkward.
Hey, families have schools.
For sure.
Anybody else, Miss Ann, you have anything you want to throw with them?
Not really,
All good, all content?
yeah, hopefully the weather won't be too bad, hopefully we won't have any equipment break down or anything like that.
I'm very sure.
Backup company,
We do, like, we have grass on back, and we're estimating on backup if we have too much downtime.
Who do these snow plowing train?
So plowing train, how are we doing? All except for front of your house.
Yeah, thank you, I noticed that a few times ago. remember that was probably, I got into it, it's a good.
Yeah, they put markers up, so that means we're gonna be going kind of softways around the circle. I appreciate that.
And help her clean the driveway.
Jesus.
Just so you have license chunks.
So we should be in good shape with extra equipment and stuff. So. Biggest concern with snowfall obviously is how quick our house falls, because if it comes down quick, then you're behind the entire time, so. We'll see how it goes.
Like, Michael, do you like to have to do your? Not this time, thank you. Yeah, everything's been all right, so that's what's.
And two lovely dogs that you might have to shovel a spot for them to go to the vet.
Future agenda items. 26-01 be coming back on the composting. Sounds like you may have a surplus field coming in maybe.
Yeah, and we got a AI policy that we're finalizing to do that. We'll probably be ready for the next meeting. And I gotta get some notes to add on that sheet you gotta look at. We're having an IT look at it too from a cyber standpoint. Get that finished out, so. It's an AI usage policy.
All right, anyone else have any questions before we adjourn this evening? Take a motion.
We'll do.
Done.